Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Easy English. I'm Luna.
And I'm Henry. Thanks for hanging out with us again today.
We always say this, but really, it feels like we're just sitting down with friends, right?
Yeah, and guess what? Today, we're actually talking about something we both do almost every single day.
Coffee.
Coffee. Whether it's a latte, an Americano, or just a plain black drip, it's such a part of daily life here in North America.
And also such a survival tool. I honestly can't start my day without coffee.
Same here. But here's the funny part. Ordering coffee in North America is sometimes not that simple.
Exactly. You think it's just one coffee, please. But then the barista starts asking questions. What size? Hot or iced? Which milk? And suddenly you're like, uh-oh.
So in today's episode, we're diving into how to order coffee without stress, and we'll share our own stories and little culture tips along the way.
And of course, we'll drop in some simple English phrases you can use right away.
All right, let's grab a cup and jump in.
So Henry, do you remember the first time you tried to order coffee here?
Haha, classic. And the barista was like, "What size? What kind of milk? For here or to go?"
Exactly. I didn't understand half of it. I just smiled and nodded.
I think we've all been there. I remember once I wanted a latte, but I just said, "milk coffee," and the barista looked so confused.
That's the thing. You think it's simple, but then there are so many choices.
Yeah, but the good part is, after a couple of tries, you start to get the hang of it.
And you also pick up phrases you never used before, like, "Can I get a latte?" or "Medium Americano, please."
Exactly. Short and clear. That's all you need.
You know what still confuses me, Henry? Coffee sizes.
Oh yeah, the whole small, medium, large thing is fine. But Starbucks? That's a different story.
Exactly. Tall, grande, venti. The first time I heard tall, I thought it meant the biggest one.
Same here. I said tall latte, and I was shocked when a tiny cup came out.
Haha, right? After that, I decided to just say medium.
Yeah, I usually go medium latte, please. That way they figure it out.
Sometimes the barista even translates it for you. Like, "Oh, you mean grande?"
Which is kind of nice, but also makes me feel like I don't speak coffee language.
Totally. I remember once I was in a rush and I panicked. I just said, "Regular size, please."
And what did they give you?
I don't even know. It looked like a random middle size.
Well, at least you got caffeine. That's the important part. You know what really gets me? The milk question.
Oh yes, the never-ending milk options. Whole, skim, soy, almond, oat.
I remember once I just said, "with milk, please." And the barista looked at me like, "which milk?"
I had the same experience. I asked for oat milk, but they thought I said hot milk. They handed me a cup of steamed milk.
That's hilarious. I mean, oat and hot do sound pretty close.
True. Since then, I always make sure to say it clearly. Oat milk, please.
I usually go with oat milk too. It feels lighter.
I'm more of a purist. Americano, no milk, no sugar. Just straight.
That's brave. I can't handle it black. It's too strong for me.
But that's the fun part, right? Everyone has their own style.
Exactly. And honestly, as long as you know how to say with or without, you're safe.
You know the one question that always comes up? For here or to go?
Oh yeah, that's like the cafe classic.
I love staying in the cafe, so I usually say, "For here, please."
Not me. I'm always running somewhere, so I go, "to go, thanks."
I had a funny moment once. I said, "For here," but then I walked out with the cup. The barista gave me a look like, "Hey, that's the ceramic mug."
Haha, I've done that too. It's like coffee shame.
But honestly, even if you mess it up, people are nice. They get what you mean.
Yeah, sometimes I just point at the table and say, "here," Or I hold up my keys and say, to go.
That's the beauty of it. You don't need perfect English, just enough to get your coffee.
Exactly. And once you've heard for here or to go 100 times, it sticks in your head forever. You know what still makes me nervous? That tipping screen.
Oh my gosh, yes! The moment they flip it around and it shows 15%, 18%.
And there's a whole line of people behind you watching what you press.
Exactly! I feel like I'm on stage. Sometimes I just panic and tap 15%.
I usually go with 10% if it's just one coffee, but I always feel a little guilty.
Same. And the worst is when you're paying with cash, they still look at the tip jar.
Haha, yeah, like, are you gonna drop in some coins?
Honestly, though, tipping for coffee feels different than tipping at a restaurant.
Totally. In a restaurant, you sit down, get service, and you know you're tipping.
But with coffee, it's like, do I really tip every single time?
Still, it's part of the culture here. Even if it's just a small amount, it shows appreciation.
Yeah, and once you get used to it, you just factor it into the price.
So, I guess ordering coffee isn't as scary as it feels at first.
Yeah, once you know a few key phrases, it's really just routine.
Yeah, latte, Americano, with milk or without, for here or to go, that covers like 90% of orders.
Exactly. And even if you mess up, baristas usually understand what you mean.
Totally. They hear all kinds of accents and mistakes every day.
You know, I think that's what I like about cafes here. Nobody really judges you.
Same. It feels casual, friendly, and you walk out with caffeine, so it's always a win.
So next time, don't overthink it. Just say what you want and enjoy your drink.
And maybe try something new, like oat milk or an iced Americano.
Or stick to a simple latte, like me.
Either way, you'll survive the ordering process.
And with practice, you'll sound more and more natural.
All right, that's our little coffee chat for today.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
See you next time. Maybe we'll grab another coffee together.